affectionately known as Teeyum. Teeyum, welcome again.
Hey,
Tim.
thanks, fellas. This is time number 12.
The amazing thing about Tim, everybody, is that he has kept only guest of all of our hundreds of guests who has kept track of every song that he's generously brought to us here on Pass the Hat.
We were reviewing the playlist just a few minutes ago.
Impressive.
There's some that will probably never get done anywhere else because, well, it might surprise you, fellas, but they're a little uneven.
What? How does a song get uneven?
Well, the group of songs can be uneven.
Oh, legit.
Yes, there might be some that seemed like a good idea at the time. And some of them are what Tom Paxton calls short shelf life songs. They're reacting to an event of the
They're
time.
in the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have an in the moment or just a general song that you can kick us off with?
I would love to. And I just want you to know, as a Tar Heels basketball fan, that there was an event on April 4th of 2005 where my alma mater, the Fighting Illini, played in the championship game against this other team. And Raymond Felton went 4 out of 5 from 3 when he hadn't hit them all year.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a Carolina fan, I would say the refs were against us, but I'm not a Carolina fan. I'll just say you were lucky and won the game. So that...
And that wraps up Tim's portion of the show tonight.
Rashad McCants throws a ball way up over his head with no idea where it's going, right to Marvin Williams. But I'm not bitter. But it gave me a start of a song. The second verse, it did. That girl broke my heart 50 years ago. We could have been a pair, but that's the way it goes. It was her, she said. It wasn't me, which meant it was me. And we were history, but I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. After 50 years, I'm totally okay. Yeah, my team lost the big one 20 years ago. We could have won it all, but that's the way it goes. We're the way the hell better than UNC. If we played 20 times, we'd have won 19. But I'm not bitter. No, I'm not bitter. After 20 years, I'm totally okay. Dwelling on the past, I'm not that guy, but it's not irrational to rationalize. Well, they snubbed me again. It was 5 months ago. My song could have won, but that's the way it goes. I guess those judges just couldn't see you can write a great song about a colonoscopy, but I'm not bitter. No, I'm not bitter. In the end, I'm totally okay. dwelling on the past. I'm not that guy. It's not irrational to rationalize. One day all my losses will be buried in a hole. They'll be just left there to decompose. On the day when the earth is just a rock in space, maybe you'll believe me when I say I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. I'm totally, I'll leave the cuss word out, okay.
Tim Smith live here on WHUP's Pass the Hat, leaving the cuss words out. Thank you very much for keeping us in the good graces of the FCC.
It's not bitter, but he has a memory like an elephant.
Right?
Yes.
Not bitter.
I wouldn't want to, I just wouldn't want to just like have it eat my insides out that Darren Williams missed all those easy shots.
Well, Tim, how's life been treating you?
Very well, very well. As we just got through St. Patrick's Day and a few things that Eileen and I were doing that were
We
really
heard
fun.
one of them was across the street.
Yeah, we had a
at
really
Yonder.
good time at Yonder on Tuesday at a decent time of day with a nice listening crowd. Everybody who showed up, we appreciate it. It was really a nice time. When you have a listening audience, that's kind of what you ask for, and we had fun.
Well, how's the songwriting going? Is it a prolific time? Is it a
Yeah, well, there's nothing like a deadline. As if you participate in groups, you have to get to that group with something, and it doesn't have to be good, but it actually gets you, from point A to point B to point C. If you just get something down. I had a really good time last night. There's a new songwriter circle that Danny Gotham got started that I think Tom Meltzer's going to be kind of the moderator for. It's, I think, going to be on the third Thursday of the month at the Lumina, at the bar at the Lumina Theater.
Nice.
There's a back room in that bar, and so it's a very intimate kind of thing. And
nice?
last night, because I think largely because the Carolina game, there was only 4 of us there. But boy, what a great time to be able to swap several songs and cut up a little bit. There's 15 people there. You're just everybody has to get their turn.
So you're certainly not the first one to mention deadlines being a pretty good motivator. But we've had many folks say that they can't work to deadlines. How does that work for you? And are these groups that you can mention? These are, I'm assuming these are songwriter groups where
Sure.
you're expected to bring something in?
Yeah, sure. And, I go to one that John Saylor has organized as a private little group. And then there's one public one over at Doodad Farm. It's the last Thursday month.
Oh, yes.
It's just really great. I guess, has Mayor Carmody...
Yeah, she was with us just about a month ago.
Yeah, and
Yeah, she was great.
And Barry and Dean and some of the Greensboro folks, Doug Baker and others. It's real. Scott Orr, really a good group of people, and that one, so you feel like you kind of need to be on your game, like John Gillespie and Bob Bedell, regularly come to that, and both of those guys are really terrific, and so. But if you have, it's amazing. I mean, it really is. Like if you, all of us kind of jot down ideas, and I do it on the computer, like kind of the first day of the morning, and when I come up on one of these deadlines, usually I can find something on the computer that was a work in progress that I can at least save face and try to come up with something.
But then does it become kind of a working session when you come in and play it for the group? Do folks offer suggestions, or do they just pat you on the back and say that's a nice
It
song?
depends on how big the group is and how it's set up.
So you might not have have time.
Some of them are small enough that and some of them call for like handing out the lyrics and stuff. But the Doodad one is pretty much everybody's listening, and yeah, you can. There's a little less feedback when it's a big group.
I guess that makes sense.
But some people are just amazing at giving feedback. It's upon one listen. Going to the Contemporary Folk, which is the songwriter program at Swannanoa Gathering at Warren Wilson College. I've met people like Peter Mulvey and Jim Lauderdale and Buddy Montelach and many others. And these guys can listen to a song once and give constructive thoughts. And I'm just amazed at how much they can take in. I don't have that power of concentration.
Yeah, well, I'm a big fan of Peter Mulvey. He writes a lot of really good songs. So I can imagine him being able to give pretty good feedback.
And I remember it was funny. He decided to cover his favorite song on the fifth day of the class at the very end, and it turned out to be one of my favorite songs. It was
nice.
Tom Waits, "Time," off of Rain Dogs. So that was pretty cool.
Did you give him any constructive feedback on it?
I just found it an interesting choice.
Yes.
It was really cool.
Well, Tim, we always love hearing your stories, but we love hearing your songs also. So what do you have for us next?
All right. Well, I'm going to do one more song before I do ones that kind of fit into a grouping. But, I was looking back, I see there have been like 66 songs done before, but there's a few from way back that somehow never got done. And this is I keep kind of a run list on the ones that didn't get done. So this one didn't get done, but this one takes place in I guess what's now called Oracle Park. It's hard to keep up with the brand names on baseball stadiums, but the San Francisco Giants play in Oracle Park. So this happens to take place in the reserve seats of that fine edifice. You can get off by the dock of the bay. You can meet me over by Willie Mays. I'll be the dude with the hat and the grin. I got 2 good tickets, we can walk right in. So I'm gonna take you out to the ball game. Take you out to the ball game. Take you out to the ball game. I might never come back. That replica jersey sure makes you look cute. You got Will Clark's over old number 22. And you remember, just like I do, what they used to say about having a giant attitude. Take you out to the ball game. Take you out to the ball game. Take you out to the ball game. I might never come back. You got your scorecard filled up, and you know your stuff, and I just can't get enough. That umpire must be blind. Pitch to him, man, they must have been out of their mind. Take you out to the ball game. Take you out to the ball game. Take you out to the ball game. Might never come back. Now look at them cars going over that bridge, one right after another. Tell me, could anyone build a bridge thinking no one would cross over? Well, this one's over. I guess that's all. Next time, won't you meet me down by Juan Marichal? But we both know you can be alone when there's no baseball to be had at home. Take you out to the ball game. Take you out to the ball game. Take you out to the ball game. You know I'll be back. Yeah, I'll always be back.
Tim Smith, live here on Pass the Hat. Tim, that song absolutely had references to Oracle Stadium and the Giants, but I kind of hear it more as a baseball song, a love of baseball. And, you know, I know of, or I can probably think of several songs, sports songs about individual sports players or individual sports teams for a particular season. For instance, Tar Heels #1 from 1957. I don't imagine there's ever been an Illini song. Kidding. But what is it about baseball? Baseball has numerous songs that are not about a particular player or a particular team or a particular season, but just the game.
Well, I think it's a certain poeticness to baseball if you're a fan, you know. As some people find that pace too slow, you know, because they want to see mixed martial arts in a cage or some stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. To me, you know, and there's just people who think like the good, bad, and the ugly, the scene where like the three guys are just staring each other down with the grunting in Italian going on for 10 minutes. It's not interesting, you know. You know, that's kind of what baseball's like. People are staring at each other, you know, and stuff. But no, there's a, you know, I grew up, you know, baseball was kind of everything growing up. My dad would drive, I think to get out of my mom's hair, my dad would put me in his truck. He was a veterinarian, and he'd drive into the country to like do some nasty veterinary chore. And
reach up inside a horse.
We would be listening to Harry Carey and Jack Buck do the St. Louis Cardinals games at the time. And they were kind of classic broadcasters, you know.
Oh, yeah.
My dad says my first word was he, as in he struck him out. You know, Harry Carey. But no, yeah, there's lots of cool baseball songs for sure.
Yeah, that was kind of my point. There are lots of baseball songs. They're not football songs or hockey songs or basketball songs, not just love of the sport songs.
Yeah. Well, there is Stompin' Tom Connor's The Good Old Hockey Game.
Fair point.
I thought it was cool when the Hurricanes used to, between the second and third periods, have the bouncing ball
So you can follow along
sing
the
along
words.
with Stompin' Tom Connors in it. And the chorus is pretty catchy. It's a good old hockey game, the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is a good old hockey game.
There's not a whole lot of people south of the Canadian border who even know who Stompin' Tom Connors is or
Yeah.
was.
It's their loss. Actually, I used to listen to this. There was a country music station in San Francisco when we lived out in the Bay Area in the 80s. And basically the gist of this country station was they hated country music and they played the most pop country that you could possibly have because
That'll show 'em.
that was their listening audience. But on Sunday night, they felt guilty about it, so they gave this woman named Sully Ruddy a show to play anything she wanted. And that was the first time I heard Stompin' Tom Connor's song, Bud the Spud.
From the Land of the Mud.
Bright Red Mud. Going down the highway smiling. Yeah.
And it came from Prince Edward Island.
Yes. You're erudite there, Bob. I'm
I'll
impressed.
tell you, Bob.
We need to hear some more Tim Smith music, don't we?
I'm enjoying this banter between the two of you, types of music and performers I've never heard of. So I'm taking notes, going to look them up.
Yep, he's a good one to look up.
Yeah, he's. I have a lyric book that I bought from Stompin' Tom Connor. He's gone now. I think probably the last 10 years.
Yep.
But 250 songs by Stompin' Tom Connors is the name of this book.
He was prolific. He was a troubadour for sure.
Very Canadian-ophile fella. So anyway, at this point, I'm going to play 4 songs from my sure-to-be hit musical Alienation of Affection, the musical. I think we talked about this a couple of years ago when I was on. I did 2 songs. One is like, it was a big climactic number called $1 Million Nookie in the Old North State.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was the grand finale, which was Happy Walks, Happy Ever After. But I want to fill in a few, this, I've been working on it, and I thank Kristen Cinema for putting Alienation of Affection on the front page.
Are we going to have, midway through, be able to interrupt with a short commercial break?
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. This, like I said, I'm not going to do them all 4 consecutively.
I was just checking.
I'm going to leave plenty of time for Bob to do what needs to be done.
Thank you.
So anyway, here is what I call the overture. I'll read you the script description of Act 1, Scene 1. Scene 1, external, a delightful yet creepily uniform cul-de-sac in Cary, North Carolina. Half the neighborhood is gathering to help the Homeowners Association assess whether the house of Chet the Creep and Molly is in compliance with the protective covenants of Lake River Woods Oaks. Chet the Creep and Molly are standing proudly on their front steps as the neighbors burst into song. Musical chord progressions. They're the perfect suburban pair with prosperity in the air. A perfect lawn on a perfect street, looking perfect to the perfect people they greet. On a cul-de-sac, living large, three-car garage with more than their share of savoir-faire. They're the perfect suburban pair. At this point, we're seeing the homeowners association with their paint swatches up against the house and their measuring devices to make sure the lawn is within regulation. They're the perfect suburban couple. Good things, they come to them double, with flowers on ledges, perfect hedges. All the weeds are trimmed out from the edges. The standard mailbox looks great. The siding has the approved paint. Yes, I'm proud of this rhyme. Yes, they are loving it, even all the covenants. They're the perfect suburban couple. Life used to be so scary before they got to carry. Now they're warmed and conform. Their success is to regress to the norm. To the norm. Their grass, they've cut every blade. Garage door is proudly displayed. They've made it, I swear, without any cares. Wouldn't all of you really want to be there? He's the perfect suburbanite man. She's perfect any way she can. If you say your prayers, you could be there and get your share of the rarefied air. Who wouldn't want to be? Who wouldn't want to see? Who wouldn't want this life without any strife? Who wouldn't want this style? Who wouldn't want to smile for a perfect suburban? Perfect suburban.
Love that note at the end.
I tell you what.
I was going to hum it, but I
Can
couldn't.
cure a lot of sins.
There's a lot of sins going on in Carrie. I'm just going to leave that hanging.
I'll try and not go there. Trying to. It's like grown so big it's scary.
Which rhymes with Carrie.
If you try hard enough.
Well, that was a good job rhyming with covenant also.
Yeah, I don't think I'll have another song which has the word covenant.
Or savoir-faire. I mean, he rhymed that.
Fair point.
First time in 10 years we've had that lyric.
That I remember.
Yeah.
You log the rhymes,
Well,
I'm a
Kurt does,
sucker
for sure.
I'm a sucker for kind of the strange rhyme. It's our youngest and I used to drive to East Chapel Hill, and the deal was I got the radio in the PM hours, but not in the AM hours, and so there's a song called Drops of Jupiter. I can't even remember the name of the artist, but
That
it
song
has a
title is
rhyme
familiar.
in it, something like, here I'm sitting here eating fried chicken. All my good friends are sticking up for me. And I think,
Ooh.
wow, that's bold.
They worked hard on that one.
It's like Hank Williams when he rhymes cheer and idea,
Well, Tim, we do have just enough time for number 2 in the quatrain. What are 4 songs called?
Quatrain.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do I'm going to do a song which also takes place in Alienation of Affection, the musical. So even though the neighborhood has presumed that they're a happy couple, Chet the Creep, one of the characters, turns out to be a creep. And is totally ignoring his wife, and she meets a nice guy whose character name is Steve the Nice Guy. And after many conversations in the coffee shop, she gets the nerve to say, "Hey, can I tag on? You have this regular hike you do every Saturday. Can I tag along?" And so they have a great time. And on the way back from Jordan Lake, they're passing through the towns of southern Wake County and making up stories about them. So he makes a story up about Apex, and then they drive through Buies Creek, the home of the fighting camels, and they make up a story about the fighting camels of Buies Creek. And then they approach this town with a hyphen in it, and they pull over to the side, because it's more than just making up a story about this town with a hyphen in it. They have to burst into song by the side of the road, and I got into the. Do you ever use a rhyming dictionary, Kirk?
Yeah, I have one.
So I use this online one called Rhyme Zone, and it will put the rhymes into categories like 1 syllable, 2 syllable, 3 syllable, whatever.
They also have near rhymes, which are kind of useful, and you don't want to seem too trite.
Well, and pay attention at the end of the song, because I got in a 9-syllable rhyme.
Oh, onomatopoeia. That's only 5.
Yes, you be my Fuquay, I'll be your Verena, and we'll meet down on Main Street, if you know what I mean. We will laugh and dance and sing like you ain't never seen her. You be my Fuquay, I'll be your Verena. Don't you think our combination could create one big sensation? Yes, you be my Fuquay, I'll be your Verena. The cul-de-sac will have its king, and you will be my queen. You play the fiddle, I'll play the concertina. You be my Fuquay, I'll be your Verena. And I never ever will be blue if forever and forever I'm stuck with you. Yes, you be my Fuquay, I'll be your Verena, and we'll be laughing even more than all of them hyenas. I'll be your valet. You be my ballerina. You be my Fuquay. I'll be your Verena. And for heaven's sake, down in Southern Wake, we'll be having fun. Here comes living as one, like Bosnia and Herzegovina. You be my Fuquay. I'll be your Verena. Don't you really like this town?
Tim Smith, live here on Pass the Hat.
I bet he didn't get Herzegovina out of the rhyming dictionary. That just came from pure genius and inspiration.
No, it's Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Oh, you got
That's-
to combine the two
Yeah.
into one.
It was listed as a 9-syllable rhyme.
Everybody, we're moving along quickly and have reached the top of the hour, and we are WHUP LP Hillsboro. The show is Pass the Hat. We're here every Friday from 6 to 8, bringing you the best in live, local, regional, and international original music. And we are delighted to have Teeyum Smith here with us tonight. Bob, if people are listening, which is a wonderful place to listen on WHUPFM.org or whatever it is locally, I don't even know because my radio doesn't tune that far.
104.7 FM, right here in the footprint of Hillsboro.
There is also multimedia available. Tell people where to find that, and they could see the second half of Tim's live show.
That's right.
And see him in all his glory.
There is a lot of glory going on. We're going to ask about that shirt. That looks like a July 4th festival shirt to me. But hold on for just a moment, because that's right. For this live section of the show, we are essentially a television station, and you can watch the live stream at WHUP Pass the Hat, at WHUP Pass the Hat, on your favorite live streaming services. And your favorite live streaming services are YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, in that order. YouTube keeps videos forever, so you can watch this one live and then go back and look at an archive, a huge archive of wonderful live local musicians here on Pass the Hat. Facebook and Twitch keeps them for 2 weeks, so you can watch this one and last week's and maybe 2 weeks ago, depending on if they've gotten around to deleting or not. But all three are fantastic for watching the live stream in high-def audio, high-def video, and generally wonderful. And you can join in the chat, too, talk along with people who are chiming in.
All the shows are archived and out there, hundreds of the best in original music. And Tim was kindly foreshadowing our announcement that we're delighted to have an Hour 2 sponsor, Bob.
That's right. This second hour of Pass the Hat is sweetly provided by Matthews Chocolates, 104 North Churton Street, Hillsboro, North Carolina, the finest in chocolate and chocolate accessories for all of your chocolate needs. And let's face it, we all have chocolate needs. Every guest on Pass the Hat gets a gift of chocolate from Matthews. We don't know what's in the box, but we
Should
know
I
that
open
it's
it
wonderful.
just to
You are absolutely allowed to open it.
unearth the mystery here? Because
And while the opening is happening, we should remind you that every holiday is a chocolate holiday. There's Easter coming up. Easter is very early in April this year. So if you're thinking of Easter chocolates, you need to get that order in early. Call up Matthew, place your order, and he will have wonderfulness ready for you.
chocolate needs. Everybody has chocolate needs.
Tim's chocolate needs will be sated for at least the next 20 minutes or so.
Oh, that bark really looks good.
There's all kinds of good stuff in there.
Save one piece to take home to Eilina. Or a half a piece.
Maybe, maybe not.
Maybe not.
Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. Tim Smith.
You were talking about the different music activities going on in the area, and it is just wonderful what's going on out there. And a relatively new one that I see you've been a part of is Barry and Isabel's thing in Burlington. Cersei, is it Cersei?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I should have mentioned.
Tell people what that is.
It's a wonderful listening open mic. You know, a lot of us go to open mics, you know, regularly and have a great time at them. And this one really good one on Tuesday night at Yonder,
Right across the street.
You know, Cersei is a plant store that sells beer and wine. You know,
All right.
It's a beer and wine bar and plant store, and it's in downtown Burlington. And I think a lot of people who know the vintage guitar place.
Oh,
that's,
yes.
That's in downtown
Lowe's.
Burlington.
Lowe's,
It's just
yeah.
a few doors down from that place. And the first Thursday of every month, Cersei has started with Barry and Isabel being the moderators and hosts. This really wonderful open mic with a really high, it's a very high level open mic. The batting average is very high, but more importantly, the crowd listens. You could hear a pin drop
Nice.
in there, you know, and Yonder, you know, it'll vary. You know, sometimes it's really good listening, and then, but you know, you got to expect it. It's a bar. There's people who are just going there to the bar to talk to their friends, and it's,
Right.
you know, I would hope the people participating in it listen to other people participating, but you can't do anything about people who are there unrelated to the event, and I understand that. But so it does vary a little bit. But Cersei, everybody listens, and everybody gets a couple of songs, and boy, you know, like there was a really good group the last time. It was
Nice.
and I would encourage people to go there. It's fun.
Everybody, we are here enjoying our time tremendously, as always, with Tim Smith. You can follow Tim's adventures. One good place is out on Facebook, Teeyum, Teeyum songs, or out there on YouTube, TM Smith. Or hang around because we've got another 30 minutes or so.
We're going to hear one right now.
Yay.
Okay. So this is so now we're into Act 2 of the thing where you know, songs happen, you know, that advance the plot. Like there's a song I'm not going to do called "I Found a Text, I'm Vexed, What's Next?" You know.
That was the video montage section.
Yeah. But there's an overture, you know, to Act 2 as well. But basically, what happens in Act 2 is they're about to split up, and because Chet the Creep discovers that she's taken up with Steve, the nice guy, and he's not going to take this lying down because, you know, in his work for the investment firm of Hedgematic, he's supposed to have a family picture on the desk to advance, and he's upset about that. And not that he really is all that upset otherwise. But so at any rate, he engages a law firm called ampersand, and sets up a meeting with them. And so this is a song I call the ampersand and Saraband. It's a graceful dance of lawyers with briefcases in a conference room, and it's to the tune of the Handel Saraband in D minor.
Because
I
of
just
course.
happen to have this sheet music here for. Every kid learns this piece in piano lessons. We see you sputtering, curses you're uttering, and you'll soon be discovering we're here for you. You've seen our billboard out on Route 54. We're out to get you more than other firms do. Now, tell us your troubles. Tell us your struggles. If you're befuddled, trust we never lose. Won't cost you nothing. Goodbye, pain and suffering. Don't mind our hovering. We're here for you. So how can we help? How can we help? How can we help ourselves to 1/3? So don't be reluctant. You'll be triumphant when you see the judgment. When we come through, ampersand and ampersand and ampersand at your command. I know you understand what we'll do for you. So how can we help? How can we help? How can we help ourselves to 1/3? WHUP, go the briefcases.
Tim Smith, live here on Pass the Hat. How did you talk the lawyers down to only 1/3?
Well, you know, ampersand and ampersand and ampersand is a reasonable bunch of fellas.
That makes sense.
There's a line of dialogue, I hate to have a spoiler here, when this, is admired by several from coast to coast. But there's a line of dialogue when the big judgment is settled, he gets $1 million, and he says to Biff Ampersand, his lawyer, well, that's $666,666.66 for me, and $333,333.33 for you. Not that it matters, but I'm just curious who gets the extra pity. Mm-hmm. And he says, and the answer is, at the end of the scene, don't worry, we give that to charity. Perfect.
Hey, Tim, before you go on, we've talked about where we can find you online, where we can learn more music, and the wonderful open mic over at Cersei, but we haven't talked about upcoming gigs you might have. Okay. Where can people come and see you and experience you live and in person?
Okay, yeah, there is stuff coming up. On Friday, April 10th, Eileen and I are going to be playing the contra dance at the Carborough Sensory Center.
Excellent.
Always a nice time. On Wednesday the 15th, there's this kind of mega songwriter that the fella organizes called the Grit Diaries, where it's like 16 people doing a song or something.
I've heard of this.
It's kind of a neat.
It's
kind
in
of a neat.
Scarborough?
It's at the Speakeasy
Yeah.
in Scarborough, and it's Wednesday 15th. Those people learning Irish tunes, Eileen and I are going to be doing a jam session for the Scarborough Parks and Rec on April 17th. But the one that I'm most excited about is on Sunday, April 26th. There's a songwriter circle show that I get to do with Jack Gorham and William Neesmith.
Oh, that's gonna
Both
be a
guys
good show.
who have great songs and play the piano. So I guess the deal is it's three piano songwriter guys, and we've had a chance to do this maybe half a dozen times over the years, and it's always a really great time. And I love those guys' songs, and we just have a really terrific time.
And where is that again?
That's going to be at Doodad Farm, which is
fantastic.
just this side of Greensboro.
Easy to get to, right off of
Easy to
I-40.
get to, yes, right off the McConnell Road exit, and just a great vibe. And I'm excited. They get a lot of requests to do shows there, so I'm tickled that Dean asked us to do that.
Yeah, that's great. That's going to be a fun show and a great place to have that show.
Yeah. And I mentioned just one more thing on May 2nd. Everybody's favorite old dad garage band, Orange County All-Stars, will be at the Pittsburgh City Tap.
All right.
Nice.
City Tap's a great venue. We do have to hear the fourth song of the quatrain, but I did mention your shirt. Is that an Eno Festival shirt?
It is. Sharon.
Sharon, yes.
Who has her booth right near the shady stage.
They're putting the Eno on hiatus. Did you hear that?
Yes, very sad times.
And they're going to have it at the Carolina Theater. I said,
It's not
wait
the
a
same
minute.
at all. No.
Hopefully they'll bring it back. I think, when they parted ways with Greg Bell, they made a big mistake because they didn't realize the
heavy
work
lifting
that
he
Greg
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they did get hammered with Chantel. The festival had ended, but everyone hadn't cleaned everything up,
Yeah.
and then the flood came through and just washed
it did
everything
make
away.
a
Yeah,
mess.
and I'm not going to pass a whole lot of judgment because I know because of that and a lot of other things. But I do hope it comes back because, one of the things that's so intangible about the whole thing is all those organizations that set up booths that can reach a lot of people they wouldn't be able to reach otherwise.
Yeah, and this
a
thing
lot
is-
of environmental organizations.
It's been a part of our community for a couple of generations, it feels like, since the
But-
mid 80s, early 80s?
yeah, but I do understand their desire not to lose money.
Yeah, understandable.
They are talking about a different time of the year, maybe, because something about 100-degree weekend was.
That's
little
really
tough.
what made it for me. I loved
I know.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So everybody made everybody go down into the river.
Right? Or just slow down.
Well, Tim, got time for what? 2 songs, you think, Bob?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, I'll do one more from Alienation of Affection, the musical. Steve the Nice Guy is meeting with this lawyer later on in Act 2, who is urging him that they've got all kinds of receipts and text messages and stuff, and that he really needs to settle. And this is his response to the suggestion. A snowflake settles to the ground without making a sound. But no matter what's at stake, I'm no snowflake. Settling is not for me. No, settling is not for me. A red leaf settles in autumn, drifts down and just sits there rotten. But let me be brief. I ain't no leaf. Settling is not for me. No, settling is not for me. You expect me to fold. You want me to cave. You expect me to call it a day. But I know what's right. Won't give up the fight. 'Cause I'm not built that way. A house settles down with cracks if a foundation it lacks. But I'm not falling, I'm doggone solid. Settling is not for me. No, settling is not for me. Now this is the trumpet solo part, but I'm no Steve Fishman, so I'll leave that out. You expect me to fold, you want me to cave, you expect me to call it a day. But I know what's right, won't give up the fight, 'cause I'm not built that way. So keep on testing my metal, 'cause when all the dust has settled, just keep in mind is what you'll find. Settling is not for me. No, settling is not for me.
Does Mr. DeNice Guy's lawyers have a firm name that is as memorable as ampersand, ampersand, and ampersand?
No, they're totally generic. Maybe
That's why they recommend settling.
Maybe I need one. Yes,
milk
because
toast, milk
I
toast,
do
and
have
milk
names
toast.
for most things that maybe I need to think of. Because there's a coffee shop called Lone Balling Caffeine.
Because of course there is. Well, y'all have been enjoying a wonderful nearly an hour with Tim Smith live here in the studio. We're coming up on the end of the live section of the show, but when it ends, don't go away. We've got another until the top of the hour of a playlist that Tim Smith brought in with him, but we're not leaving yet. Tim's going to play us another song before we take off.
All right. This is kind of an end of the evening song that I've been working on. Everybody who plays music has had this night, where you get together with friends and you just don't want it to end because I'm just about running on fumes. Just about 1:45. If ever a night could be memorable, I've just about had it with you. Yes, I just about had it with you. And I'm hoping that you've had it too. If ever a night could turn out just right, I've just about had it with you. Just about every song that we knew, just wondering where that time flew. If a circle of song could be mystical, I just about had it with you. I just about had it with you. And I'm thinking If ever a night could turn out just right, I've just about had it with you. Just about rolling home soon, but there's just one more of those just one more tunes. If a feeling could ever be spiritual, I just about had it with you. I've just about had it with you, and I'm damn sure that you've had it too. If ever a night could turn out just right, I've just about had it. I just about had it. I've just about had it with you. Thanks.
Tim Smith, live here on Pass the Hat. Learn more. Old Teeyum songs. Teeyum songs on all your social media places, Spotify, etc. And that reminded me, I had one thought when you were singing that song, is musicians are one of the very few professions, I guess I can say profession, where if there's a musician doing his thing, wherever the musician does his thing, and another musician walks up and likes what they're doing, they very are likely to say, hey, let's jam together. Let's go make music together. That doesn't happen in most walks of life. You don't see a plumber walk up to another plumber and say, hey, let's go do some plumbing together.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful uniqueness of music, I think. I mean, even most other forms of art don't do that. Sculptors don't walk up and say, hey, let's go off here and do some sculpting or painting or whatever. But
Yeah, and I have
music,
to say, all the song circles that we've talked about, over the last hour or so, I don't sense any competition or backbiting.
it's so
in any of
collaborative,
those.
right?
And it's very supportive.
Well, we're going to be supportive, and we're going to end the live stream now. But y'all don't go away. The live stream's going to end. The show does not end. So turn off the live stream. Go over to WHUPFM.org. Click the Listen Now button. Or if you're here in the footprint of Hillsborough, turn your radio to 104.7 FM. Elsewhere in the world, you can go anywhere out on the internet and find apps like TuneIn or Radio Garden. You can find WHUP there, and you can listen to the rest of the show. But we're going to turn off the live stream as soon as I can figure out how to work these buttons, y'all. Okay, we're ending the live stream.
Should I come over there?
Momentarily. Okay.